The guy says, really important watch. Hey guys, what's going on? David Garner here. I'm 19 years old, and I'm going to actually talk to you guys today about goal setting. Because the thing is, there's a lot of things that when you first get started in the business, you want to go and do. But I really want to stress the concept of setting some goals for yourself right off the bat. Because if you don't have any goals, you don't really know where you're going in the business. Okay, it's kind of like going and getting on an airplane tomorrow. Pilot gets on, and is like, all right, we're taking off. I don't really know where we're going, but I'll let you know when we get there. Okay, so you have to know where you're going. Okay, I want to give you guys an example of that. When I first started into the business, okay, I was a member. I was really excited. There's a lot of things I wanted to do, the cars and houses, all these different things. And so I actually put up the community that I wanted to live in, this house that I wanted to live in Tempe, Arizona. So I put that up on my vision board. I put up the car that I wanted to drive. Put up the goals that I wanted to, achieve in the business, financial freedom, those kind of things. And about a year and a half into the business, I'd already gotten the car that I wanted. I was living in that community that I wanted to live in. Okay, and I created that that six-figure income that I wanted to create with this business at that time. So you guys have to understand how powerful goal setting and really visualizing what you actually want to get out of this business can be for you. Okay, and what goal setting is going to do for you. So understand there's four main things. You're brand new, you just got started, you're excited. I understand that, but there's four main points that you want to get in your first month in the business. Okay, number one, you want to get that affiliate pack. Get that out of the way. Okay, so you don't have to get it later on. Get the affiliate pack. Number two, get the frenzy bonus. Okay, get 3 friends started in a week. Okay, number three, okay, you're basically going to get from there the customer loyalty program. Get 3 customers, get your product free. Okay, the last part, hitting bronze in the business, the first rank. Because once I knew when I first started and I hit bronze, I knew that I could go all the way to the top. Because when you do it one time, it's going to build your belief. Okay, you're going to understand, you hit that first cycle, that's such an exciting time. So I stress, hitting that bronze rank in your first month in the business is going to build the belief, build the excitement, and then take you from there to silver, from silver to gold, from gold to diamond, getting you in that car, then whatever goals that you have. So all that I want to leave you guys with is, set high goals for yourself, and I'll see you at the top.
So guys, what we're going to do now is we're going to bring on BEN PANECASSIO from Arizona, who's got people in the business here. He's actually in Matt Morrow's organisation, and David Troops. So Ben is absolutely chomping at the bit to share with you some key goal-setting understanding. So we'll get Ben put into the process, and let's enjoy Ben's teaching.
What is up, man? Damn, I gotta put my second one, man, so I can hear you. Dude, that's crazy, man. What's going on, guys? How are you? Yeah, man. Dude, this is so sick, man. I'm so pumped up. You have no idea. I remember being back in Australia, I was 15 months ago, 16 months ago now or something, chilling with Sam and David, both Davids, I guess the Davids we call them now. And just kind of game planning, where we're going to go in the future and stuff like that. And to kind of see, everybody in that room, and obviously I can't see you here, but I was watching you guys on Ustream. To see all you guys in that room, man, and the audience participation. Before I get started, I want to tell you guys that, man, your participation, what you're giving back to the speakers is unbelievable, man. I really appreciate that, guys. All the speakers really appreciate that. I got messages off the hook, man, from Matt and David and Sean, after every one of their talks, man, really excited about you guys and how excited you guys were. So number one, I commend you guys for that. Number two, I definitely want to give a quick shout out, to everyone that's been there from the start, the Davids and Sam and all you guys, man. I mean, Sam, you're a beast. David, man, you guys are unbelievable, both of you. To my team real quick, Donato and Simon and Kyle and Alani and all those guys, man, shout out real quick. Really cool that you guys got to make it. And then basically, man, kind of just my goal of my talk today is, number one, to kind of help you guys understand why goal setting is so important. And number two, kind of just share my story. And hopefully that can help you get to where you want to be. Firstly, before I get started, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah. Woo!
So, alright, awesome, man, awesome. Let's get down to it, dude. At any time when I'm talking, man, like if you guys have a question or if I'm going too fast, just like shout out, just like you did there, man. Like my ego can handle it, dude. Just shout out and stop me and I'll do it, yeah. But so to kind of share my story with you real quick, guys. I'm 27. Originally from Sydney, as you can tell, man. Still got that accent. Can't lose that, man. That's the girl catch up. But basically, man, like I started like 20 months ago now, and when I first started, man, like this was like I hadn't heard about it in America yet. America still really wasn't that big. Australia definitely hadn't really heard about that much. I mean, I think David Garner was the only one involved back then out of the people that are in that room now. And the reason that I started, guys, was like a lot of you. I graduated, I got my bachelor's in exercise science, got my master's in business, did all that, and then just found myself in a position where I realized that a job wasn't going to get me where I wanted to be. It wasn't going to help me retire my mom. It wasn't going to help me help my friends out. It wasn't going to help me, create financial freedom and get the life that I wanted. So when I heard about Vemma, I was like most people, kind of skeptical. But again, I had an open enough mind to find out what was happening. And in the last 20 months, I've introduced this to about 25, 30 people. That's about it. Out of those 30 people, 10 people took it really seriously. Out of those 10 people, my business is now expanded to over 130 people, 160 people in 7 different countries in 30 different states. And it's kind of crazy, man, what happens when you find people that share the same vision with you, man. And kind of going from that, dude, I'm really excited, for what's happening in Australia, what's happening with you guys. So look, man, understand that, you know the future. And that's kind of the coolest thing about Australia, guys. You know the future, man. You know what's going to come out. You know what's going to happen. You know how big it's going to be there. So now it's up to you guys to either be that person or just like be that person down here that watches that other person make it happen, guys. And I know all of you in that room want to be that person that makes it happen. So one thing that's going to get you there is goal setting. This is something that, a lot of us do without even realizing it. We kind of think about sometimes what we want to do during the day. And that's where I thought goal setting kind of ended. But through personal development and through all of the things I've been doing, I've taken my goal setting to a complete another level. And to help you guys understand why goal setting is so important, it's because if the future is clear, like if you know where you're going, then the path is easy. Like there's no problem here. Like what you have to do to get there isn't a problem. But if you don't know where you're going, then yeah, it kind of sucks. Right? And the best way that you can kind of help your team and yourself to find out, where you are and how good your goal setting is right now is to ask yourself a question. That question is basically like, where do you see your future? How do you feel about your future, I should say? How do you feel about your future, guys? Like, when you think about your future, do you get apprehensive? Like, you kind of worry about it? Because if that's you and you kind of get apprehensive about it, then understand that you have no design in your life right now. There is no design. That means you have no idea where you're going. And even if you've written down a little goal, like, oh yeah, man, I want to make this much money, understand that still is not specific enough to help you not be apprehensive. If you have a designed lifestyle, if you have a designed future, then what you feel is anticipation. You don't feel apprehension, you feel anticipation. You feel excited, man, to get to the end goal because you know exactly how to get there and where you want to be. All right, guys, I'm going to speak too fast with this because I only have a little bit of time. So take notes, write down mad notes. These are the 3 ways that I set my goals. I set 3 different types of goals. Number 1, where I feel like a lot of people don't get in depth enough, is their financial goals. All right? So how you set up your financial goals are fairly simple. You set it into 3 categories. Number 1 is your financial securities. All right? And basically, your financial securities means what would it take to get rid of your expenses? So like your phone, and your car, and your house, and your groceries, and all those kind of things. Things that you need to spend money on to live every single month. What would it take you to get rid of those? For me, for example, I'm actually looking at it, it's on my wall. It would take me roughly about $2,200 a month to take care of all that crap. So I never have to worry about it. Now, don't only think like you're living now, like you're living off like 2-minute noodles and shit. Like, don't put that as your my financial security goal, right? Like, think about like what it would take you to, again, like proper expenses, dude. Like, you're growing and paying for everything. Number 2, after financial securities, would be financial independence. So basically, like your financial independence is your financial security, plus you don't have to work now. So what would it take you to take care of all your expenses? Plus, you don't have to go to work in the morning. You can do whatever you want to do, right? For me, for example, my financial independence goal is $5,000 a month, right? $5,000 a month, I don't have to worry about anything. I can do whatever I want to do. I wouldn't say do whatever I want to do, but I don't have to work and I don't have to worry about my expenses, right? And then the third financial goal is basically what I see as my why, right? So basically, once I achieve my third goal, I would basically have achieved my why. My third goal And the third thing to right there is financial freedom. So right now you have financial securities, you have financial independence, and now you have financial freedom. Now financial freedom is basically securities plus independence, plus you can add to the end. Now you can do whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it, however you want to do it. That's financial independence, right? Now you want to put a number on all of these. And next to the number, you want to put the rank of what correlates to that number. Okay? So for example, my financial securities, I have $2,200 a month, that's star platinum. Financial independence, $5,000 a month, that's star executive. Then financial freedom, I have like $15,000 a month, that's star presidential. Right? So know not only what amount of money you want, but what rank you're going to be to get there, and what that is going to help you achieve. So that's goal number one, guys, your financial goals. Goal number two, I say, is my Vemma goals. You know, basically, what do I want, man? Like, what skills do I want? Write this stuff down, man, really important. What skills do you want? All right? You can write down what you have already, that's great, but don't focus on what you have, man. Focus on what you don't have. Right? So what skills do you want? What income do you want? Where do you want to go? What places in the world do you want to see? What habits do you want to create? Right? What habits, like daily habits, what do you want to create? What do you want to be better at? What car do you want, man? Like all these things, you'll be my goals. Like, what do you really want as a person and material things? Now, a lot of people say, oh, you know, it's not about material things. No, it's not. But again, dude, it's kind of cool to write those things down so when you get them, you can tick them off. And what I do is I set goals, and I'm going to go into this in a second, but I set goals so I can tick them off. Like I said, big goals and small goals. Because as human beings, man, we love like going up to the piece of paper and ticking it off. We feel awesome when that happens, right? So set those goals, man, that allows you to do them, not goals that you're not going to be able to tick off for the next 10 years. That's not so much fun, right? So Vemma goals. And then the last goals, guys, is your daily rhythm goals. This is what I call it, man. It's your daily rhythm goals, okay? Now, this is what you're going to need to do on a daily routine to achieve everything else. And as you can see, I kind of did it in order. So the first financial goals, again, they're your big goals. Your Vemma goals, again, they cover your medium goals. And now your daily rhythm goals, they're your micro goals. These are the things you do on a daily basis that helps you achieve those other two things. So for example, can you guys see me?
Yeah.
So check this, right? Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Sick, right? So I've got my financial goals, and I've got my daily goals, and that's like my money and stuff, so I keep track of what I make. But basically, like these are my daily goals, like, you know, drink Vemma every morning, 30 minutes of personal development, we'll read one chapter of a book, work out, invite one person, follow up with one person, do an off call for one person at least. Like all these different things, there are different things that I put in my daily routine. I don't achieve them because I get pissed. I get real pissed, man. And you have to be that guy, dude. Like you have to be able to hold yourself accountable because you don't have anybody else holding you accountable, man. And I'm going to get that in a second, the importance of having a mentor and accountability, but understand that at the end of the day, once all is said and done, yeah, man, you have our support, you have everything, but, man, I'm not lying next to you in bed, you can go to sleep, but at the end of the day, it's you, bro. You have to look at you, right? You look in the mirror and you're going to see you. So you have to make sure that you're able to hold yourself accountable to these goals. So, as far as those goal settings go, does that all make sense? Any questions?
Yeah.
Good, it's good.
Good? Awesome, perfect, man. Going on to the next one. Basically, guys, again, don't have all goal setting, man. Make it a habit. Just get better at it. Do I achieve everything that I set? No, I don't achieve everything that I set. But it's kind of like David was talking about earlier on. When you know where you're going, if you shoot, dude, you're going to get pretty close even if you miss. If you don't know where you're going, your chances are you're probably going to miss by a long way, right? So even if you don't achieve your goals, you're that step closer to getting it. Next thing, man, this is something that I really requested to speak on basically because I feel like it's something that I struggled with early on and a lot of people are going to struggle with. And I want you guys to take this really, really seriously because this could be the difference between your business failing a couple of times before it's successful or just going straight to success. And that is basically how to help somebody when they first get started to create duplication. I feel like duplication is something that not a lot of people understand. It's something I didn't understand. And a couple of tips that I just want to run through real quick. These are the things you must have in order to create duplication within your business. And for those of you that are sitting there like, what does that mean, duplication? Basically what I mean, guys, is that creating a system that allows everybody, regardless of skill level, to be able to follow it and still achieve success. Because I can speak, dude. I couldn't speak 20 months ago, but I can speak now, dude. But not everyone can speak. Not everyone's really good at speaking, right? So we have to create something that allows people to be successful. These are the things you need to have. If you don't have all of these things, you cannot create duplication. Number one, you have to have a process step. You have to have something like, all of you right now, if I ask you, do when somebody's like, you say, do this. Like, you should be able to tell me everything, dude. If you don't have a process set, or if you have a process that relies too much on you being there to make it work, then you need to speak to your upline and you need to create a new process, or you need to get a process, right? Number two, you need the right tools, all right? In order to create duplication, you don't have to be great, dude. Actually, you want to be the opposite to great. You want to be very, very simple and step back and let the tools do the work for you. Because anybody can send a video in the end. Anybody can say, hey, you check this out, come back to me in 24 hours. Not everybody can sit down and explain everything to people. So number one, have the process. Number two, have the tools. Number three, value your time. This is huge, man. Not only in this process, but in the business, value your time, man. All right? For example, you're trying to help somebody get started, and every time they get back to you, all they keep saying is, oh no, dude, I need to get a chance. Oh no, dude, I need to get a chance. Oh no, dude, I'll do it tomorrow. Don't be that guy that keeps saying, oh, okay, no worries, dude, yeah, man, I'll call you then. No, dude, you're running a business, man. You're trying to make like a lot of money, bro. You're trying to help people, right? You're not trying to force people. So when people like that come around, value your time and let them know, dude, look, man, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. Dude, when can you do this for sure? Because I'm serious about this, man. I want to help you be serious. Straight up, dude, let them know, value your time. Number four, urgency and excitement. When you get people started, the slower you do it, the slower their results will be. The faster you do it, the faster their results will be. Okay? Have you ever tried being successful slow? It sucks, dude. Try being successful fast from the start, man. It's awesome, right? And then the last one is, this is the biggest thing you should live your life by. This is the biggest thing that I live my business by, and I catch myself always doing the wrong thing, and I'm trying to get a lot better. Understand that it does not matter what works. I don't care what works, dude. Vemma doesn't care what works. It only matters what duplicates. If you can speak, that's great. If you can sign up 50 people because you're really, really good at talking and you can explain the opportunity, awesome, man. But what happens when those 50 people get involved and they can't explain it? Then what happens? I'll tell you exactly what happens. It happened to me. They quit, dude, and they stop because they think it's too hard. And it is too hard because I didn't create it to be simple. Okay? Stick to that. Like, trust me, guys. Like, you get to the position where I got where I was like, dude, I know everything, man. I can do this, dude. I'm going to teach it because I know I'm going to be the leader. No, dude. Trust me, that don't work. Don't worry about what you know. Don't worry about you want to make sure that they know that you'll know, dude. Understand that you want to help them the best, and the best way to do that is to make sure what everything you're doing duplicates. And I'm going to finish off with this. This is my process. Okay, this is what I go through. Again, you have your own upline, your own leaders. Do not just adapt mine. Write down notes, talk to your upline. If they want to amend it, cool. But again, I'm just going to run you through mine real quick. So I have like a getting started document, right? It's real quick. It has like the 8 videos in it, the getting started videos. It has the why, the list, a few videos on the invite. Very, very simple. And it tells them what they need to complete in the first 24 hours. So when somebody gets started, I turn around and say, cool, dude, look, I'm going to send you the getting started document. It's going to have a few things for you. It'll probably take you about half an hour to get it done. When in the next 2 days will you be able to get it done and we can talk? That's it. Give them a document. When can we talk to you? When can you get it done? Set a time and a day. Now, if they get back to you and they've done it, awesome, dude. On to the next step. If they haven't done it, I've got a 3-strike rule. All right? And my 3-strike rule is fairly simple. If you haven't done it the first time, I give you a second chance. If you haven't done it the second time, I give you an ultimatum. I'm like, look, dude, at the end of the day, I'm not here to waste your time. I'm here to waste my time. All right? If you're serious about this, when can you do this for sure? And if you're not serious about this, dude, honestly, dude, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal if you don't want to. Straight up with them, man. Tell them straight again, because I'm not here to waste my time. I'm not here to waste their time, right? So I've got a 3-strike rule. It's up to you what you do with that. That's me. And understand, and I want to help you guys to realize why I do that, because you want good people in your business. Yes, you want to help everybody, but at the same time, if somebody can't do something as simple as stick to their word about something they have to do for half an hour, then really, man, do you really think they're going to be that good when it comes to the business? Do you really think they're going to do anything if they can't do one simple thing when they first get started, when you're supposed to be the most excited, right? So I see this as kind of like the interview process, man. Like, cool, dude, if you can do these simple things, then you're going to breeze through this business. But if you can't do these simple things, I'm helping you by stopping you, dude, because to be honest, man, I don't want the people in my business are going to be like that. Next step, after you set the appointment and you send them the document, what I do is I go over that with them. Right? I go to their why and their list. They've already got it written down. This is the cool part about it. You don't have to explain it. They've told you to explain. They've already got it written down. And now what I have to do is go through it with them. What's their why? What's their list? I teach them their invite and I set their goals. All right? I'm going to talk to David about this as far as what we're going to set. This is the way I set them out. All right? 7-day goals. So their first week, their 30-day goals, and their 60-day goals. Now, Again, I work off what they want. So if somebody turns around to me and asks them the question, hey, look, are you 100%, are you 50%, are you 20%, what are you? If someone's 100%, I'm looking for them to hit bronze in 7 days. 7-day bronze, dude. Get it done. 2 builder packs on one side, 1 builder pack on the other side, bronze. If they're not so serious, then I go bronze in my first month. Right? Okay, cool, but let's hit bronze your first month, man. Let's break it down a bit. Alright? But what you want to do is when you're setting your goals, you are not setting the goals. They're not your goals. They're their goals. So don't set their goals for them. I see a lot of people doing this. They're like, oh no, dude, you want to hit this, you want to hit this. No, dude, like, find out where they are, how hard they want to work, what they want to do, and set their goals for them, man. Alright? You want to set big goals at the same time. Understand that someone who wants to do 20%, you're not going to make them go in 7 days, dude. It doesn't matter how much of 20% they do, it's not going to happen, right? So again, set proper goals. And then the last thing after that, once they've set their goals, the way I do it is 10 people a week for the first month. They're going to invite 10 people a week, dude, for the first month. You're going to back up 40 people in their first 4 weeks. Straight out. Why? Because, dude, understand, and you understand that this is a numbers game. So if it's a numbers game, if I want them to have success fast, I need to smash the numbers real quick, right? 10 people a week is simple, dude. Easy. It's like 3 people, not even, it's like 2 people a day. Bang it out, get it done, right? And then from there, you know, again, I'll kind of finish up with this. Understand that if you have somebody that has physical support, so somebody that, you know, can go to events and you can go with them, then build for events, right? Straight off the bat, as soon as the person gets involved, invite for events. If you don't have that physical support, like for me, for example, like when I got Donato involved in Australia, dude, he didn't have anyone, right? So for me, I couldn't build events because there's only one person. Start off with one-on-ones. If you can't build for events, you haven't got the support, start off with one-on-ones. Saying that, guys, look, you know, last thoughts from me, I guess. Understand the opportunity you guys have, right? This is separate to everything else I just spoke about. Understand the opportunity you guys have. Understand that you see in the future, you know what's happening. Dude, we're already living it in America. It's happening. It's going to happen in Australia. Make it you. Number 2, invest time into your people. Don't chase money. Stop chasing money, dude. Invest time into your people. Don't strive to be the king. Become the kingmaker. You don't want to be the dude, man. You don't want to be the dude. You want your people to be the dude. All right? You want your people to be those people. You want your people to be the kings. Because I can tell you, man, you're not going to make money because of you, man. You're going to make money because of them. You're going to achieve your goals and dreams because you help them achieve their goals and dreams, okay? Stay humble, stay teachable. Don't think you know it all, dude. Trust me, man. Don't be like I was when I was early in this company. You don't know it all. You never will. All right? That's the cool thing about this. You always have room to get better. Embrace the one team, one dream. In that room right now, man, we have people from all different teams. People that you heard from, Matt, David, from all different teams. Embrace that, man. Help everybody regardless of whose team they're in, dude. Because understand that it's about networking. Understand that it's not about you. It's about us, right? It's about company. And the last 2 things, look, David Garner and David Finley, man, I cannot thank you guys enough. Man, you guys are killing it. Thank you so much for, again, embracing myself and everyone else in the Vemma family into this team. You know, and allowing us to, again, you know, share knowledge with your team. And then, you know, saying that, guys, understand at the end of the day, you're either a winner or you're a quitter. It's that simple, man. This business works if you work, and it doesn't work if you quit. So don't be a quitter, man. Be a winner. Work hard. And
Yeah, and there you go. As always, the product placement, and you're teasing us with the Vemma Blues remix. Awesome, man. Hey, Ben. Once again, just on behalf of everybody, thank you so much. There's so many different groups in here, and we just want to thank you for your time and sharing. And this is the birthing of the real Vemma Australian story. There's people in this room, month by month, and next year are just going to have amazing, amazing stories to share. And we just want to thank you and the people you've lined up today for being part of it. Especially thank you for organising Matt Morrow and David Treat to come along and share with us. And you've got to twist Matt's arm to come down under and just rip the troops up, man, yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, I got you, man. Hey, no doubt. Hey, guys, I promise you this. And I've already spoken to Matt about it, dude. I promise you this. You keep doing what you're doing, we're all coming to freaking Australia, dude. Me, David, Matt, Sean, all of us, dude, we're going to come out. So, look, you know, set the pace, make it happen. Keep, again, taking that action, man. Like Sam was talking about earlier, dude. Take that action, man. Take all this knowledge. Because, again, we gave you a lot of knowledge, and you're going to get a little bit more before you leave, but it don't matter unless you act on that knowledge, man. Take what we've given you. Use it over and over and over again. Perfect it. And I'm telling you, man, your business will definitely see the benefits of it, man. So saying that,
Panecassia. We'll close this session out fairly quickly. We do want to stay on time. What you need to do now is you need to get a coach. We speak a lot about working with upline and edifying upline and stuff like that. It's not about glorifying people. It's not about teaching you to give someone an inflated ego or a warm fuzzy. It's about finding someone that you can relate to, that you can connect with, that you can trust, that you're willing to share with and say, this is what I want. Will you help me? Will you go to work with me? And that person is someone that you build a relationship with. So, it is such an amazing company, such an amazing opportunity. You've got great leaders in this room. There are people here that are already doing it. Oh my goodness, Sam Quiblauri turned out 100 people with his collective team the other week out in the western suburbs. There's groups here from all over the place. We've got groups. The feedback that we're getting already from internationally, from this meeting today being recorded and then streamed out, there are people excited. You and your energy is exciting people elsewhere. And that's how this works. So what's a mentor? What's a coach in this business? It's someone credible in your upline. It's someone who's plugged into someone in their upline. If they're not plugged into leadership, then they may not necessarily be able to give you something that they haven't been able to get themselves yet. A mentor or a success coach is someone who's your instructor. When people go to the Olympics, you don't just buy a tracksuit and a pair of sports runners 2 weeks before running to the stadium and say, I'll give this thing a crack. The people who stand on the dais have had people working and helping them. If you're going to learn to fly an aeroplane, they don't put you in a jumbo jet and say, I'll just push the throttle forward, pull back when it's fast and off you go. You have an instructor that will teach you. If you're going to learn to drive a car, you have an instructor. In fact, just about everything in life, you have someone who instructs you, someone who has a care to help you achieve better, to succeed better. And that's exactly why this whole Vemma business works. This whole process of edification is simple. If you go and tell someone that you're good, you know what this is about, you've got it all down, you're blowing your own whistle, you're just blowing your own trumpet. But if you come and say, hey, you need to come and talk to my good friend Ben, you need to come and talk to my good friend Matt, you need to come and talk to my good friend MJ, they're connected with people that are making this thing happen, then they can say, you need to talk with Tarek, you need to talk with Sam, you need to hang with David or Michael and everybody else who's plugged in, because then what happens is the more credibility that you set honestly and from a position of not making any sort of infatuation about people or fabrication, but just honestly saying, you need to talk to my good friend David, my good friend Matt, my good friend MJ, and let those people then get involved with what we call the third-party process so that they can say, you know what, you need to hang tight with Michael, you need to hang tight with Joey, you need to hang tight with Ben, because then, or Andrew, or Regan, or Patrick, because that's something, you don't just do it because it's a technique. If they're not plugged in, you don't do it because you're going to end up getting egg on your face. But your credibility and the way you work, it's called the third-party handoff. Go to vemmatips.com. There's a section in there called the credibility triangle, and it maps out why this thing works. Okay, and it's really, that is the key. Okay, that is why this works. People who embrace this are the people that you see achieving in this industry, achieving in this company. And when you embrace that, and if you don't understand it, get with someone that you, as I said, you trust and work that out. Okay? The upline is not a position of seniority. It's not a position of rank. We are a team. We are one team, one dream. We are looking out for each other, collecting for each other, shouting out to each other when we have success. Sam Quiblauri today, here's a guy that's leading from the front, enrolled a guy in his team right here, right now, today. Well done, Sam. It comes down to what's your heart and what's your attitude. If you want to go out and help others and use this wonderful Vemma vehicle to do it, or not, it doesn't matter. We're not trying to twist arms up backs or to clone people. You'll never be Alex Morton. There's only one of those to date. You are you, and you use the information, you use the process and the system so that you can then put your personality in it with your mentor, with your coach, and you do it in, as Ben said, 30-day goals. But what rank are you going to be at our regional event here in Sydney on July the 12th? Are you going to be a frenzy qualifier, a bronze qualifier? Are you going to have one person enrolled? Are you going to have 10 enrolled? Are you going to be a car qualifier? It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It's what you're willing to work for, what's important to you, and then getting your mentor, your team leader, to help you do that. And what we've demonstrated to you today is that people from all around the world are invested in helping this whole company and this whole opportunity grow. Most of the people today, you will never see any direct benefit from them in terms of financial gain or the other way around, yet they still contribute and deliver. And that's really what this is about. So we are just so excited. What we're going to do now is have our very last quick break, and then we're going to wrap up the day with some key information. Could I just ask if you're outside, could we just address some of the housekeeping matters? Because we want to represent the very best of this company. We want Vemma Affiliate Central, the name, to buzz around this country. They're a happening group, that they're an organised group, that they're a responsible group. So have a quick break. Please be back in here at 4:30 and we'll finish this day out.